Oh, dang, that was nice, you guys. Good morning, y'all. It is Monday again, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I am not in the best mood. And the reason why I'm not in the best mood is because my hockey team lost last night, which means that they're out of the playoffs. I know that that's a really silly thing to get upset about, but I can't help it. And it's not like I'm upset, like I didn't cry or anything, but I'm bummed out and I'm feeling a little down in the dumps. But on the plus side, I am tracking the NHL playoffs with my class, so we will get to add some X's to our playoff chart and some stars because there are a couple teams moving on already. I still get to watch the remainder of the Stanley Cup playoffs with my class, so I do have that to look forward to. I'm also a little annoyed because the letters and stamps for upper and lowercase that I made, I was going to put Velcro on them, but I got home and I realized that this Velcro is the sew-on kind and not the stick-on kind. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get those finished. So that is going to be my plan for my prep time today because I have the right Velcro right here. I cannot even tell you how big of a struggle it is to find Velcro here in Denmark. Like, literally all I do back home is walk into Target and it's hanging right there. The last time that I found Velcro in Denmark, it was actually at a hardware store. So instead of running around scrambling to find this stuff, I think I'm just gonna buy it on Amazon from now on. Because clearly that's the better option. Anyway, back to what we're gonna be doing in the classroom. Today, we are going to be focusing on finishing a goodbye book because I have another kid whose last day is this week. And for this student, it does make me a little bit more sad than usual just because this kid was also in my class last year. So I have to say goodbye to this student after having them for 2 years. But it does mean that I get to make another goodbye book, and I'm trying to do this a couple days in advance so that I can actually make copies of it so I can actually show you what it looks like. But that being said, I'm not gonna promise anything. So basically, I don't really have anything to prepare for today because in the morning we are gonna be taking our goodbye pictures with this friend, and then in the afternoon, they will be doing the reflections for the goodbye book. But I am looking at the clock right now and I only have 3 minutes. So I am going to finish up getting ready and then go outside and get my class. Okay, y'all, it is my prep time and I am a little bit in panic mode because I totally forgot that today and tomorrow we are celebrating World Book Day. And today what we are doing is we are all going into the canteen to look at the edible books. The librarian and I think a couple other teachers and some parent volunteers have been organizing this. Parents and teachers and students have made treats and cakes and other things based off of books. So when my guys come inside from outside play, we are going to go right to the canteen so we can look at a lot of the edible books. We didn't really do anything for that just because we've been doing a lot with the movie premiere that we had last week and also SLCs, and I have another going away party this week. I just have a lot on my plate, so World Book Day kind of took a back seat. But we will be dressing up as a pre-K team, and I just had the idea 10 minutes ago that we would be different characters from the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie series. I know it's kind of lame and predictable because so many teachers do it, but I forgot. I'm in a time crunch. I gotta do what I gotta do. I am going to be If You Give a Cat a Cupcake because I already have some cat ears hanging out. And my assistant is going to be If You Give a Dog a Donut. And in the other pre-K4 classroom, because the lead teacher over there already has the overalls in that color, she is going to be the original if you give a mouse a cookie. And the assistant teacher in that room will be if you take a mouse to school. Or if you give a mouse a brownie. I'm not really sure which picture I'm going to print out yet. In the pre-K3 classroom, they will be if you give a pig a pancake and if you give a moose a muffin. So yeah, instead of putting the Velcro on postcards and stamps, I am going to be making 2 sets of mouse ears. All right, y'all, it is the end of the day on Monday, and it has been absolute insanity. I wish that I was able to vlog a little bit and take video of the amazing edible books that we had. There were so many amazing cakes and treats over there, but I was really on crowd control. I really wasn't able to take any video, which is unfortunate. But tomorrow, the World Book Day celebration is continuing with dress up. Everybody is welcome to come to school all dressed up as their favorite character. And I mentioned while I was on my prep that I was preparing costumes for myself and for the rest of the pre-K team. We, as a pre-K team, are drawing inspiration from the Laura Numeroff books. And if you are not familiar with them, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you check them out because they are adorable. It is going to be a lot of fun. I really, 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 really hope that we can take a group photo tomorrow because that would just make my day. But anyway, I am really tired and it is a gorgeous day out, so I'm really not feeling that motivated. So I think I am going to take off for the day and go enjoy the weather. And I know that I probably should stay and get some work done because I haven't put Velcro on the postcards and the stamps, but I really feel that's gonna have to wait because I just don't wanna do it right now. So I am going to gather the last of my things and head home. All right, y'all, I just got in here. I'm feeling a little bit tired because I was staying up way too late just on my computer, not really doing anything in particular. So if I'm a little droopy today, that is 100% my fault. It's also raining in Denmark, which I want to complain about, but we actually had like a good couple weeks where it wasn't really raining. And if you know anything about Danish weather, then you know that it is almost constantly raining. That's just what springtime is like here, and also fall, and sometimes summer, and a little bit winter when it's not snowing. It rains a lot. But anyway, the bell rang, so I am gonna go grab my kids, and then when I bring them inside, I'm gonna get in my costume for World Book Day. We do have an assembly to go to today, but it's kind of at a weird time because it is right during their snack time. So I need to talk to the other 2 pre-K teachers because we might decide that it's better just to skip the assembly altogether. But whatever, blah, 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 I'm rambling. I gotta go get my class. All right, y'all, it is the end of the day on Tuesday and we have officially survived day 2 of World Book Day. All 6 of the pre-K teachers came dressed up. So this was my book. I am If You Give a Cat a Cupcake. And if you are unfamiliar with that book, it is this one right here. I was surprised to find out that this is not a universal little kid book. I thought that everybody knew these books and the series, but when I was talking about them to my grade partners, none of them had ever seen If You Give a Cat a Cupcake or If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And that just kind of blew my mind because they're such wonderful books and everybody should know them. But anyway, we in the morning had an assembly where we all went into the canteen with the other grades up until PYP 5, where they handed out awards for the edible books and for the readathon, and where we all just kind of got to stand up and show off the costumes. So that was a lot of fun. It was a little bit intense because it got a little bit loud, but assemblies are always a good time. And we actually used the assembly as kind of a good cover to sneak away and take a group picture because the 3 assistant pre-K teachers all work in the after school, so we never really have any time to meet. But we really wanted to take a picture because everybody looked adorable in their costumes. So we quick snuck out during the assembly and snapped a quick one, and it ended up looking like this. I thought it was so great that the other teachers were willing to put on these crazy costumes that I made for them, especially when they didn't even know the books. It was definitely really nice to get a group picture because that is such a rare thing. So in the afternoon, we really didn't do much because I really wanted to try to get a head start on the goodbye book for our friend that is leaving on Thursday. I really want to make sure that I get this done by the end of the day tomorrow because I want to make copies of it. I want to be able to have a copy so that I can show the other teachers what I'm talking about. Because I have mentioned it to the other two pre-K teachers that having a goodbye book would be a really awesome thing to have across all three pre-Ks, but I understand that it's a little time consuming, so I really want to have a full example to show them. And of course, I guess I will show it in the vlog because, I mean, it's something that I do and it might be interesting to see. On that note, I think I'm finally going to take these ears off because this is a kid's headband, so it's starting to squeeze my brain a little bit, and I'm gonna go home for the night. Good morning, y'all. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I only have 4 minutes until I have to go outside and get my class, so I'm already dressed up and ready to go. Well, not really, because I still need to get my raincoat. It is giant, it is yellow, and it makes me look like a mama duck. Today, we only have a half day with the students, but that doesn't mean that I get to go home early. The other teachers and I are going to be meeting somewhere. I don't really remember which classroom, but we will be meeting and going over some curriculum stuff, doing some planning, so hopefully we'll be really productive. But today with my kids, I think we are going to play more Alphabet Kaboom just because they really enjoyed that last week and they were asking me for it yesterday, so why not? I'm also hoping that the one child that has been sick yesterday and Monday will be back today because I really need them to be here to take their goodbye picture with our friend who is leaving us tomorrow. So fingers crossed that they will be here and we will have a complete goodbye book. But anyway, I have to quick set out the attendance gumballs on my desk and then I will go outside and get my class. Okay, y'all, it is the end of the day and we are finished with our PD for the day. We had a planning afternoon, which is why we only had a half day today. It was definitely really valuable. It was really interesting, and I am excited to kind of explore these things further in my own classroom. And if I seem a little bit distracted right now, it's because I am. And the reason for that is that I am scrambling to prepare our second goodbye book, or third, I guess, overall, but second this month, goodbye book. I am taking their reflections and putting them in laminating sheets because I'm gonna try to laminate these suckers so that in the morning, all I have to do is assemble the book. Now, the friend that is having their last day tomorrow was feeling a little bit under the weather and was not able to come to school today. So there was one other friend that they needed to take a picture with. And because they were not here today, I have to wait until tomorrow to do it. So that means that the book will not be complete until tomorrow, hopefully by like 11 o'clock. So like I said, these goodbye books are a lot of pages. So it is a lot for me to assemble and put together. And I am not super talkative at the moment because I am just trying to make sure that I'm putting everything in the right order. I am really hoping that I will have enough time tomorrow to make a copy of this book in its entirety so that I can really flip through it and show you what exactly goes into it. But I'm not gonna promise anything. When it comes down to it, my top priority is making sure that this book is finished and ready to go so the family can take it home with them when they leave. And another thing that I need to do and that I need to remember to do is take a couple pictures off of my old phone. I got a new phone in January, and I do take pictures for my class and of my students on my personal iPhone just because I find it to be a lot easier. My phone is usually within reach, so if I need to take a picture of something, I can just quick snatch it. But the downside comes that I don't always transfer all the pictures to my laptop, so I'm missing so many. This year for the Goodbye books, I thought it would be a really cute idea to take a picture of everybody every single month so that at the beginning of the Goodbye book, we can see all of the pictures and see how they've changed and grown throughout the year. Unfortunately, I don't always remember to take pictures. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't take the February pictures, but it happens. But I do know for a fact that I took pictures in December, and this particular friend that I am making the Goodbye book for now has pictures for every month except for December, and I'm pretty sure those are on my old phone. So I need to make a note and bring my old phone with me to work tomorrow, or if I have time tonight, import the picture while I'm at home. Fingers crossed that I do not forget, because I would feel so horrible if I have a picture for everything but December. I only have another couple pages to put in laminating sheets, so I'm gonna go upstairs in a couple minutes and get laminating. All right, y'all, so it is almost 5 o'clock and I have been here a while. It's been a little bit of a long day, but it's been really productive. I was planning on leaving right at 4 o'clock after our little workshop, but I changed my plans because a friend of mine asked if I wanted to go out with her tonight, and we are meeting at 6 o'clock. So I will be leaving here in like half an hour, maybe. So it gives me a little bit of time to kind of catch up on a task or so that I wanted to do. And since I just laminated the pages that are finished for tomorrow's Goodbye book, I am going to go back to these dang little postcards and stamps and finally get around to attaching the Velcro. It has been a really long day, but surprisingly, I'm not really feeling that tired. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stick around any longer. I am going to pack up my last few things and then go meet my friend. All right, y'all. It is Thursday and it has been such an insane day. The main reason that it was so crazy is because we had a fire drill today and it was a complete surprise. So instead of taking my guys up to the library, we ended up having to evacuate the school, and then we had to have some extra circle time because some of my kids were scared and we kind of really needed to talk about what happened. But my guys did amazing. They stayed as calm as possible and they were quick and they were focused, and my principal even came down to compliment them. So I am definitely feeling like a proud mama duck right now. My guys are currently in PE right now, and I've been upstairs scrambling to finish our latest goodbye book. And the good news is I managed to make a full copy. So hopefully at the end of today, I will be able to sit down and flip through it with you. I know that I've said it like 1,000 times before, but these goodbye books are one of my favorite things to do for my kids, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So before my guys come back downstairs from PE, I am going to bind this goodbye book with ribbon because the friend that's leaving, their favorite color is purple, so I thought that would be a nice touch. It is a little tough to say goodbye to a kid when you've spent more than a school year with them. I might get emotional later. But that being said, I actually need to focus and get this done because my guys will be outside of the door in like 2 minutes. Okay guys, so it is the end of the day on Thursday. I almost said Friday. We do not have to come to work tomorrow because here in Denmark, it will be Great Prayer Day, which I'm not entirely sure what it is, but from what I've heard, it is basically just a combination of all these really little holidays, and then we just get one big day for them all. Because otherwise we would be off for like 15 days, and I guess that's not really practical. Anyway, I, of course, had every intention of leaving earlier, but we had a baby shower for one of the teachers upstairs whose wife is expecting, so that was a lot of fun. And then I decided that since I have time, I would take this opportunity to flip through the goodbye book and kind of show you what they look like. Now, keep in mind that there are names and faces all over this thing, so in the interest of privacy, I have covered them up with stickers. But yeah, let me open this up and show you what it looks like. So trying to find a good angle to show you guys this is a little bit difficult, but this is the best I can do, all right? We have the front cover and we have just a class picture, and it's really difficult to get everybody together at the same time, but almost the whole class was there for this, so I guess that's good enough. And I blocked out the name of the kid, because of course, and all their faces are covered. All of the faces and all the names will be covered, so just be prepared for that. When you open it up, you see that we have pictures of the friend that is leaving, and then they sign their name down here at the bottom, and then they have the reflection of why they had fun in the classroom or what they will miss about the classroom. Then if you flip through, you see that the friend that is leaving has a picture with each friend, and each friend reflects about why they will miss the friend that is leaving. So as you can see, this friend said, "I'll miss you because we went to PE." So if you flip through the book, you'll see that each kid has taken the time to reflect, and they have taken a picture with the friend that is leaving. So everybody is represented. So I thought this was kind of nice to have. And back here, this is a friend that has already left us and moved to another country. So they have had their reflection. I try to include it, but as you can see over here, I did not make a copy of this friend's reflection, and this friend is actually traveling right now, and they will be coming back in a couple weeks. And then you can see here that my assistant teacher and myself, we both take pictures and write them a goodbye letter, and the back cover is another group photo. As you can see, this is definitely a lot of work and it takes a lot of planning, but the end result is beautiful and I love it. The parents love reading it. The kids love reading it together. It's just a nice memory. I am crossing my fingers that this is the last goodbye book that I have to do before we start doing the end of the year books. And basically the end of the year books are the same, except that everybody will have the reflection of I had fun in pre-K 4A because. The reason that I do these goodbye books is because when I think about it, I don't really remember a lot about my early years in school. So I think it's really nice to have something like this to look back on, especially considering that these children are international students. A lot of them will be leaving Denmark in the next couple of years, so it's really nice that they have something concrete to look back on, but it's a lot of work for me. So it is after 5 o'clock now. I have been talking for a long time, so I think I am going to shut my mouth and go home. And we have a long weekend to look forward to, so I really have no plans. That's a lie, because I'm actually planning on going up to a cemetery here in Denmark that has cherry blossoms, which is going to be beautiful, so hopefully I will be able to go up there tomorrow. But anyway, y'all, it has been cloudy and rainy all day, and the sun is actually shining right now, so I am going to try to race home and beat the rain. See you next week. It's raining today. Don't really know what I want to say today. What is this that popped up? What even was that? To photocopy this book and make a copy. So I guess photocopy and make a copy is the same thing. Like, really, Angie? What'd I say? I hear children. Now I get to peel off all these stinking stickers. Great idea, Miss Angie. You know what? I've already said this, so why does it even matter? Why am I repeating myself? What is even the name of that author? So I just realized that I've been... Why am I so itchy? What am I allergic to? I hope it's not lice.